You state your name and address, please.
John Wilson, 14 Priory Crescent, Hillfields, Coventry.
What's your occupation, John?
Unemployed.
How long have you been unemployed?
6 to 8 months.
Right. John, just going to ask you a few questions. Can you tell me where you were yesterday at about 4 o'clock?
In the streets, looking at the shops, shop windows, window shopping.
What were you doing looking at the shops?
Just wasting time, killing time. Had a interview later on in the day, so I was just there early, get a bit nervous.
What time was your interview?
6.
What was the interview for, John?
Administrator, just a little PA kind of job in an office.
What was the company?
Hillfields Accountancy.
Okay. There was an incident yesterday involving a neighbour of yours by the name of Mavis. Do you know Mavis?
I know Mavis.
How do you know her?
Used to work with my father, and when she retired he asked me to keep an eye on her, just to make sure she's okay and visit her sometimes. So I started visiting and running some errands around the flat and doing little jobs and just bits and pieces, and yeah, she lends me stuff from time to time so I can, do chores in our house and vice versa.
Did you see Mavis yesterday?
Yesterday? No, not yesterday.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, not yesterday. I left for the interview the day before I'd seen her.
What happened the day before?
I wanted to iron my shirt for the interview, so I went and asked her to borrow the iron, and she let me borrow the iron, and I went back, ironed my shirt, and then I had the interview.
Did you give her the iron back?
No, I didn't. No, I still had the iron in my flat.
Do you normally take things from Mavis and not give them back?
No, I rarely take stuff from her. Occasionally I borrow the iron or the ironing board or some milk, just general stuff, but not really anything of big importance.
But if you borrow something, do you tend to give it back or
Yeah.
not?
Well, if I borrow some milk, then yeah, I'll go and replace it when I get some money and can do that. And similar with the iron, I usually borrow it and take it back, but I just was in a bit of a rush.
Despite the fact you were killing time.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to be there, make sure I wasn't late.
Okay, John. Now, you've got a friend who lives with you, I believe. Who's that?
Dave Stevens.
So, did you see your flatmate Dave yesterday?
Rarely see him in the mornings. He's usually in bed doing nothing.
Okay, how do you get on with him?
Yeah, all right. We go out sometimes, go for a drink or whatever, and sometimes just chill in the flat. But he does casual work around. He's sometimes there, sometimes in bed, sometimes at work.
Did you see him yesterday afternoon?
No, I hadn't seen him yesterday afternoon. I'd gone out quite early. He was.
What time did you get back?
The interview finished around 6:45. I came back and was back in the flat around 7:15.
Do you know about any money going missing from Mavis's flat?
No, not that she hasn't never mentioned it to me.
She's never mentioned about money going missing.
Well, not going missing. She mentions how it disappears, and what I just said in these times. Money doesn't last very long anyway.
Have you stolen any money from Mavis?
No.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
But this note, I'm just going to pass you a note here, John, I want you to tell me if you've seen this note before.
Looks like it could be Mavis's writing. I haven't seen it before.
Has she left notes for you before?
Yeah, there was one time when I've had something a bit too long and she's come and given a note when we wasn't there, and I just picked it up and took it back to her.
You definitely haven't seen that note before?
Not this one.
Thank you. So you should know, John, that yesterday afternoon Mavis was assaulted physically. Do you know anybody who could have done that?
No, I don't know anyone that would do that. In the house? She was...
Yes, in the house.
No one has keys, and usually she's quite cautious when she opens the doors.
So you're absolutely clear that it wasn't you and you know absolutely nothing about it?
No. I was not in the area. I was not in the flat yesterday afternoon.
Thank you very much, John. We'll get back to you.